All right, we are live. I'm just gonna take a few minutes here and let this stream warm up. Temperatures are definitely dropping outside, and we got some interesting weather in our region. So hopefully, everyone is at home safe, and if you're in the weather danger zone, that you are safe and all that good stuff. So we'll see how the evening goes. But lots to talk about today. So it is April 27th. Sunday evening. And we are the day after the con. Shout out to Screams by Night. So that was a partnership with myself and Screams from the Basement podcast. And the event yesterday went amazing. So we'll be talking about that, a little event recap, and of course the infamous haul. I got a lot of fun goodies that I'm excited to add to my comic book keep here. So more to come. But we are just about at that minute mark. So I am going to let that. Ooh, showing up early to Nerd Church here. Hey, Joe, how are you doing? If you guys aren't familiar with Joe, check him out. I still call him Everyday Joe. That's how he introduced himself to me way back in the day at SuperCon. I think it was year one, probably. And Joe is just incredibly talented. He has done just a variety of streams over the years. He's an amazing human being. Joe, thank you so much for coming out and supporting the event, because that is how these things happen and grow, is just getting people involved and getting them passionate and driving engagement that way. But we'll talk about the event and stuff coming up here. Oh man, thank you. Yeah. No, I'm so excited. But I will roll the video. I always am on the wrong screen to do that, but I'm going to roll it, and then we're going to talk about lots of stuff, and we'll see where it goes.
Who that is?
Man, that intro is such a banger. Like, I love the beat on that. Oh gosh, it makes me happy every time. My cold heart. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. I am John, aka the Comic Book Keeper, and welcome to Comics by Night. Tonight, we are going to actually switch gears a little bit and do an event recap, as well as the fun haul video from Screams by Night, halfway to Halloween Con, held here in Sioux Falls, South Dakota. Looking forward to talking about that. Really quick, just want to plug the awesome t-shirts. If you're interested in getting one of these cuties, this is the black and white logo on gray, and these are available. There's a link in my bio on Instagram, on Facebook. You get to choose the color of shirt you want. There's also the color logo as well. I adore this design though, and just, yeah, it's a lot of fun. But let's talk about the convention. Halfway to Halloween Con. So the name rings true. We're halfway there to the great Halloween holiday. And we were just so blown away by how the day went yesterday. So first off, just giving roses where they're due, I need to, of course, thank my partners in crime on this whole convention planning thing. Screams from the Basement podcast, Sam and Casey, they're amazing human beings, very talented, and getting to watch them really bring this event to life was so cool, and also just how they handled the guest with such a cool level of care. So shout out to Mark Donovan, to Mark Torgel for being our year one celebrity guest at Halfway to Halloween Con. And just the level of professionalism, like the behind the scenes operation stuff was really cool. Just so you guys know, from an event planning standpoint, it was super easy to communicate with Sam and Casey, and we just kept it crisp. We kept it moving. We had very minimal hiccups throughout the event, which was amazing. Not bad for a year one, and so we are just thrilled beyond belief with how it went. So I just want to give a shout out though to Screams from the Basement for all the hard work that they did. Casey was just cranking out those social media posts like crazy. And then just on top of that, there was a showing of the Toxic Avenger movie downtown last night at the State Theater. And then afterwards, Screams from the Basement had a chance to do a Q&A session with Mark Torgl, who's in the movie. So that was a lot of fun just to watch them work and crush it. So I was just back there like, let's go. So it was a really good time though. So recapping the event as a whole, the event ran from 11 a.m. to 5 p.m. at the Social in Sioux Falls. Thank you so much to the Social. The behind the scenes work that goes into an event like this, when we showed up, the tables were laid out. It was easy. In our opinion, we did some decorations, but it really was the vendors and the guests that really brought the environment to it. And so we just are so appreciative of all of you who decided to come table with us this year. Give it a chance. You never know with those year one events how it's going to go. But shout out to the team at the Social, very accommodating, and we just had such a smooth experience getting that event set up. Joe, I see you here. Wish I could have gone to that. Yeah, it's one of those things where when you look at the Sioux Falls Spooky Calendar, there actually were quite a few things going on. So our friends at Terror 29 were doing a haunt on Friday night as well as Saturday night. There was the big like circus themed horror event going on as well. So people really had to kind of like pick and choose, like, hey, where's my money going? All this stuff. But it really was just a special weekend, I think, for Sioux Falls. And you could see the enjoyment from the attendees. And so it was just a lot of fun. Up next, I really just want to give a shout out to Redhead's photo booth. And so for those that were able to get their picture snapped, I am loving the photo booth so much. I had so much fun just grabbing all these different snaps with people. And this one's arguably my favorite. This is of Sam, Casey, and I. My camera's not doing this justice at all, and I apologize, but I did post it on the Screams by Night event page. And with Redhead's photo booth, you have the option of adding your branded logo at the bottom, which is really cool. And that's what really drew me to it, was I wanted folks to have a keepsake that they could just have fun with and take home and remember the event in a cool way. So celebrating it with your friends and family is what I'm about. There's the man of the hour. How are you still coherent after yesterday? I'm not. That's a great question, Casey. I'm actually not. So we literally took a nap for like 4 hours this afternoon. We just got done watching, Ken and I just got done watching Ant-Man 2 because we're speed preparing for Thunderbolts. We're going on Thursday to check that out. So just wanting to revisit all the characters. So yeah, it was a lot of fun. But Casey, to your point, Casey's work was not done today. He actually took Mark Torgl back to the airport today too. So Casey's just been on. So Casey, you have every right to just put your feet up, and hopefully you took tomorrow off from work. I did not. I'm crazy. We'll see how alive I am. So Joe is saying a movie and then an interview. Yeah. So dude, Sam and Casey were just on like from 8:45, 8:30 a.m., maybe even earlier, heck, 8 a.m. to about 11:30, maybe midnight yesterday. So they crushed it. Oh, wow. Yay. Mel, thank you so much for tuning in. Mel actually is the owner of Redhead's photo booth. So again, if you guys are looking for fun photo options, and again, with the event branding at the bottom, definitely consider reaching out to her. She is a fantastic human being, really easy to work with. She also did our wedding, and so she's amazing. And that's why I wanted her to bring that amazingness to the event. So thank you so much, Mel. And shout out again to Redhead's photo booth for bringing the A game. That was a lot of fun. It's been, by the way, it's been a lot of fun. You guys seen the photo strips posted on Facebook. So I've been seeing these popping up with old friends and with new friends that I've made during the convention. What you might not know is that the original photos of these are available through Redhead's photo booth Facebook page. So consider giving her a like and a follow, and you can actually go to her Facebook page, and she's posted all the originals from these photo strips. So if you have some that you're with a family member or friend that you really want just the original of, you can pull it down from there. So that's something that she also offers too. So definitely consider supporting her. She's amazing. And then for any photo booth needs for your events, definitely consider reaching out to her, checking in and seeing if you guys would be a good fit. So that all happened. But really quick, just talking about the vibe on the floor. So when folks were setting up, there was just this element of excitement. I noticed that at doors opened at 11, at about 10:15, 10:30 a.m., the commerce was already flowing. People were already shopping with one another, and I thought that was genius and amazing. And so that I know it happens a lot at bigger cons too, but just seeing it, people mingling and stuff before the doors even open was really cool to me because that just screams, hey, this definitely needed to happen. So I am a huge fan of that. And then when doors opened, it was just truly seamless. People just started coming in, and it was like people were set up, ready to go. Things were selling, and it was a blast. It's really hard to do, just so you guys know that haven't run a convention before. It's really hard to balance, like, do we focus on doing lots of social media? Do we check in on our vendors? Do we check in on the people that we know that have come, thanking them for coming? And so Casey, Sam, and I were like this crazy cool octopus doing all of those things as best we could. So time really ran away from us. Casey pointed out that he completely missed Sioux Falls Krampus walking around at one point. So it's just one of those things that reminds me a lot of like how I felt during Ken and I's wedding. Like we were like, what just happened today? And that's why we hired a videographer, a photographer. If anyone has any neat pictures that they took during the event, definitely throw them on the Screams by Night event page. We would love to see the visuals that you guys observed as well, because there's so many neat moments that happen, networking opportunities, friends being made, and it's really cool to watch it from an overhead view. But the panels were fabulous. So all of our panelists that had a chance to express what they do, how they do it, and their enjoyment from it. Thank you guys so much for your time doing that, and just for really investing in our event with your gift of time. So we appreciate that too. Our vendors were fantastic, and I heard several success stories from the floor of just excellent sales, higher than expected. These are kind of mechanics that vendors look for, when they're coming to events. And I was just blown away by how many times we got asked, is there going to be a year two? Can I be on it? Those kinds of things. And so I would say just based on the amazingness that was present in the vendor hall, that hopefully won't be an issue. Casey, Sam, and I haven't officially made any plans yet for a year two, but we are definitely delighted with how the event went, just from like the networking, the community building standpoint. And we certainly, we did really well. Our guests were happy, our vendors were happy, and that tells us, hey, we got something really cool here. So looking forward to kind of growing the event and seeing, what it could lead to. Who knows? So year two, to answer your question, most likely, but I'm only 1/3 of the pie on this, so I got to check with the rest and see what the official diagnoses and stuff. But this one we actually had, I think, about 5 months or so tops of planning, and when we land on our feet this gracefully, that's a huge compliment. Usually events like this can take quite a while to plan, but we just kind of put our heads together and crushed it. So I want to give a quick shout out to the food truck and then also the coffee truck as well. I am a huge coffee nerd, and so I had coffee, I had the cookies and cream blended drink, I had 2 of the teas that she did. So shout out to Struggle Bus Coffee for that. And then the food truck, Ken and I actually had a chance to try Chislik, which was awesome. And so it was a really cool balance, between the two. So thank you to the food trucks for being there. It just adds that extra, that extra convenience for the vendors, guests, and attendees, just to have a chance to grab a sweet treat or a bite to eat. But that's pretty much it about all of that. Great stuff. But let's get to the hall. This was a lot of fun. I definitely have a lot of things to talk about, and I am going to start off with, again, just lifting up the infamous photo strip. So those of you that did the photo booth, thank you so much for checking it out. Mel does a good job. Redhead's photo booth, shout out. But let's have some fun here and talk about what did I get into. So first up, and I'm just pulling these out of bags here, and we'll just go in no particular order. First up, I want to give a shout out to Brookings Books and Company for coming down to support our events. And so for those of you that don't know, Brookings Book Company is a fantastic team of humans up in Brookings in the downtown area. Their shop is beautiful and just well run. It's a very welcoming place. If you are ever in the Brookings area, consider checking them out. And I am just so excited about this. So this stack here, these are all sealed. And these are manga that were pulled from the basement of the store. So Brookings Book Company, they spent months curating what they were going to bring to this event. Oh, my camera died. There we go. We're back. For those of you that were there, Brookings Book Company was actually the vendor that had the big black bookcases and all of the Stephen King books, all the comic books. So they came to play basically, but they worked for months on what they were going to bring and kind of went through their selection of products. And so I really appreciate the thought they put into it. I was just begging for recommendations. I haven't done a lot of manga myself, you guys. So this is called MPD Psycho. These are all sealed. Evidently, this is really wicked, crazy stuff. So I'm excited to crack these open, give them a try. These are books 5 through 10. So these are evidently really tricky to find. I'm excited to see if I really dig this, if I can find the first 4 issues as well. And then learning about if they go past that. The artwork on these is gorgeous. The covers really stood out to me. And so just really excited to check these out. So we'll see. We'll see how they treat me. And the other thing that I really like about shopping with Brookings Book Company is that I asked for recommendations and they were like, boom, we got you. So just having people that know the product, that are passionate about the product, just really means a lot to me as a customer. So thank you so much to Rich and team for being amazing. Up next, here are some more books that I purchased from Brookings. And I'm getting bags out of the way here. I asked about kind of just Japanese horror stories and learning about that. The reason why I lived in Japan for 5 years growing up when my dad was in the military, and I'm looking at going to Japan coming up here with Ken. So I wanted to just kind of dip my foot in the pool, check some stuff out. So this is by Koji Suzuki, and this is Darkwater, which Rich and team let me know this is one of the more known books, so I'm excited to check this out. Then we have, on the Japanese horror story front here, I'm just shuffling a little bit, we have the Liminal Zone by Junji Ito. And this, dude, these covers are fire. Like, I'm so excited to check this out. And then, on that note, we also have Junji Ito. This is a story collection, and this one's called Smashed. So excited to learn more about that. And then another book I got here was, this is Queer Reflections of Horror, and it came from the closet. And I love the tombstone with the rainbow in the background. That's pretty much the synopsis of my weekend. Like, I love it. So thank you, Rich, for just being awesome and having cool stuff. And yeah, I'm excited to check it out. I might have some other Brookings Book Company purchases, maybe, because these bags, I kind of shuffle things around here, but I'm just going to go with whatever's next. So on the opposite side of books, we had a lot of people just selling handmade items, and these are fantastic. So I do want to give a shout out to Wicked Stitches. I got this cute little doll here, handmade, and I asked them, about the pricing, and they said, we want to make things that are affordable for people to enjoy. And so like this little guy was like $5. So I'm just really excited. He's going to chill on one of the shelves back here. They are a just duo of ladies that are fantastic human beings. They care a lot about the success of the event. They want to come back next year. They had a wonderful experience and expressed, we wish we would have known how crazy awesome this would be, because we would have brought more because they were selling out of stuff, which is really exciting to see. They also do Wicked Scents, and so this is a pink grapefruit candle, which it smells amazing. So I'm really excited to try that out. So thank you to Wicked Stitches for being there and for supporting our events. One of the things I did during the event was I made a lot of laps around the floor just to check in on people and see how everyone was doing and feeling. And when I walked by Skinny Idiot Studios, he thanked me and handed me a free sketchbook that he did, which was amazing. So thank you so much. This artwork is glorious. And Skinny Idiot Studios, just thank you for being there and supporting the event in this capacity. And on top of it, he was like, this is the most unique business card ever, but it has his socials on there and it's a pair of 3D shades. And I thought that was ingenious. So kudos. And then I had a chance to meet Grandma Lou and played the spinny game. And so I landed on a toy. And so I settled for this orange felt skull, which I will be able to proudly display. It's funny because I actually have Ghost Rider books. So I figure an orange skull might be opportune to kind of hang out there for a little bit and grace the shelves. New Sound Wrestling was there as well. I got to visit with Amanda and I got this awesome retro sticker. So I love like the cool cassette tape. So definitely just a lot of fun walking around the room. And that's one of the things I enjoyed doing, you guys, was checking in on the vendors and seeing how everyone was doing and feeling. Up next, my good friend from Lincoln, Nebraska, we had Miss Taylor, or as better known as Skelly Boy Arts, was in the building. And I picked up, first of all, one of her amazing business cards. Skelly Boy Art, check her out. But I scooped up numerous things from her, but this is what I have right now. So character cards, I took her up on the cute coffin because this is totally her style. And then I had her pick which pink ghost I needed, which is going to haunt this comic book heap. I think it's going to look really good on this lime green wall over here, and it'll hang out. And then she also just had some really cool stickers, and so I took her up on the tiny VHS sticker, and then also the horror sticker. Oh my gosh, goodness gracious. There we go. Horror sticker. And I also got a skull sticker and also some character stickers here. You might recognize these faces for all you gamers out there. But that was awesome to get to see her. And thank you again, Taylor, for making the drive up here. Looks like I do have a couple more from Brookings Books and Company, as promised. So I'll save that for last. I'm so excited about that. But up next, we have literally a book. Oh, I have to cover this part. But literally a book, Japanese Ghost Stories. Excited to check that out. And I love me a good heartthrob thing, so I did. We'll see how this treats me. But I got the Mammoth Book of Vampire Romance, but it's number 2. So I'm excited to read that too. Finally, Brookings Books and Company, Rich pointed out that they found a box of like old monster magazines. And so I know Marvel Comics dabbled in this a little bit, but we have issue number 8 of Monsters Unleashed. And so I have a 1 magazine short box where this is going to live in. I'm excited to just get this file, check it out. And I actually, this is a guilty secret of the comic book keep here. All of my comics are alphabetized and organized. All of my magazines are in complete disarray right now because I only have like 1 or 2 of each. And so I just am like willy-nilly with the whole thing and trying to keep them organized, but I need to get them rocking and rolling here soon. So it is not up to John standards, unfortunately, right now, but we will fix that. All right. Up next, while we were talking about Skelly Boy art, let's talk about her table mate, Cambino Draws from Lincoln, Nebraska as well. Cambino, thank you again for coming up and checking out Sioux Falls and checking out our convention. But when we were adding Cambino to the lineup, we were taking a peek at the old Instagram. I definitely love some Marvel horror, and I saw that he did a take on Blade. And what I didn't know about this is that he actually snuck in. This is actually Zombie Doctor Strange from the second Doctor Strange film, which was amazing. I actually that made me really happy. And so just shout out to Blade. This is a character from Marvel that I don't think gets enough love, and so seeing him represented like that was fantastic. And then on top of that, he is playing dirty and worked on this amazing, beautiful Blade cover. So these are comic book blank variants, and then Cambino Draws did this in preparation of the show, and I scooped it up right away because I ain't crazy and I love a good Blade cover. So thank you so much. I love seeing Blade represented. So thank you. Up next, Another purchase that I got was actually from our good friends at Bad Hand Books. And so getting to talk to Doug about Bad Hand Books in general and just about the state of the world and stuff, Doug is an amazing human being. And I am so glad that he chose to be a part of our event. So first of all, I did get hooked up with some free awesome just stickers. So we have the Bad Hand Books. I love the hand in the middle. I just think this design is banging. And then I did also get this sticker, which says, when you give fascists the finger, do it with a bad hand. So I thought that was wonderful. But just such a good soul. You'll notice that I'm collecting a lot of stickers. I want to do like kind of a fun collage with the photo strips and maybe put it in like a picture frame or something. I'm not sure yet. Wall space here is a little bit out of premium, but I think I'm going to make it work because this event just really rocked my socks. So Bad Hand Books, though, I picked up a variety of books. I highly recommend checking these out. We have They Were Here Before Us by Eric LaRocca. We have Cranberry Cove by Haley Piper. And we have, sorry, I was throwing things. We have Not a Speck of Light. This is a compilation, I believe. No, maybe. Yes. And I am really excited to read these, especially these two. So I have to do this one first, I was told. This one is The Hideous Book of Hidden Horrors. And Doug edited these. And this was the last copy, so I got really lucky. I was excited. I didn't know that it was the last copy until he told me. I'm like, I'll take it. I'm not crazy. And then this one is The Long Division Stories of Social Decay, Societal Collapse, and Bad Manners. So these will be pretty fun to read. But I just really appreciate all of the vendors for just being so thorough with everything. I mean, it wasn't even just what you brought, but it's how you brought it. It's the energy that you brought to the event. It was just so freaking cool, you guys. I did get some stuff signed as well by Mark Torgel. So behind me here, I already displayed them. Oh, it's annoyingly behind me. I don't like that. Whoever placed these is crazy. But we have the Toxic Avenger #1. This is from a recent run. He signed it Toxic John and then wrote Mark Torgel at the top. So I am Toxic John. And then I did get my Funko signed. He wrote John Mops and then signed it as well, and then wrote Melvin at the bottom, his character name, which was awesome. And then the final thing I got signed, I'm such a softie about these kinds of things, but I actually got our poster signed by all of the guests, which was really cool. And so just got some fun signatures on there. And then I think I'm going to try to find a frame for this and pop it up on one of the walls here too, just as to display it proudly. So I am just really thankful for the events, and this was just a really fun gathering. So that is the extent of my haul. Taylor, thank you so much for tuning in. Wow. Yay. So glad I could come to fund this. Yes. No, thank you so much, Taylor. You and Cambino making the haul up here from Lincoln. That was really cool. And I see you, Brian. Thank you so much. Ghostbuster Extraordinaire, keeping our event safe, keeping those spirits in check. Oh, cool. I just saw this. Joe, thank you so much supporting Redhead's photo booth. Thank you. Mel is amazing. Definitely check out Redhead's photo booth on Facebook, you guys. Amazing. But that is my haul. That is my event recap. Again, for year 2, if we're doing one, I would say most likely a heck yes. But we just haven't made any formal plans yet. The biggest thing is going to be venue and then just kind of planning from there. But we are really just thankful, you guys. Seeing it come together was exciting, but also just seeing everyone relax and have a good day. The world's a crazy place right now with stuff going on, and we understand that. And so just getting to share that time with all of you means a lot to us, that you took the time to come out, you believed in our vision, and brought it to life, or undead life, rather. But we're excited to see what's next. Yeah. So I think that without talking to the other two, it certainly will be a thing. It's just going to be a matter of when and where. And those will be logistics that we'll figure out soon. But Casey's still waking up from today. I think Sam might be hibernating. No, I'm just kidding. He was IMing earlier. But we're going to take a couple weeks to kind of recharge the batteries and go from there. But again, if you guys aren't already following Screams from the Basement podcast, highly recommend doing so. Our vendor list is amazing. If you are interested in connecting with any of them, we have a full listing on our event description, and that's over at the Halfway to Halloween Con on Facebook. So definitely check that out. But otherwise, I think that is about it. I'm going to go ahead and roll the video and rest my voice for a little bit. So we'll see you later. Have a good week, everyone, and keep rocking.
Who that you?